Darkest greetings, horror sci-fi and George Miller fans. Drew here from Horror Sci-Fi and Beyond. To continue Grab Bag Month, and we're at Eric's pick. And today we're doing the 2015 cinematic phenomenon. The bringing back of a classic cult, apocalyptic sci-fi, series. And that movie is Mad Max Fury Road. Oh, what a day. What a beautiful day.
It's what a lovely day.
Oh, what a lovely day.
Drew, what a
Okay.
lovely day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Drew, Drew, when did you come around on this movie? Because I thought you disliked this movie for a
We'll
long
talk.
while,
Well,
right?
no, well, I'll give you my thoughts about that later in the
Okay, all
episode.
right, sure.
Because here to review this movie with me is the man, the myth, the legend, the cinematographer for my Screen Fan film is Eric White.
Hey, everybody. Excited to be here talking about one of the cinematic masterpieces of the past 20 years.
Absolutely. And then, as for my other co-host, we got the singing wizard himself, Mr. Jackson Harbor.
Witness me.
Yeah, Immortan Joe. Oh no, not that's not
It's-
fine.
yeah, the war
War
boys say that.
Boys.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
always say that before they kill themselves in battle.
so good.
Yeah. Oh, I got some stuff to talk about Immortan Joe and the War Boys. I'm definitely gonna get a little bit political this episode.
Oh my god.
Just let you
Okay.
guys know. I mean, how can you not with this movie? I mean,
It's
This
yeah.
movie,
the horror
yeah,
sci-fi
I
genre.
mean,
This
there's a
movie
lot
is
of echoes of it.
very
Yeah,
political
yeah.
in certain ways. Yeah.
Yeah. But before we get to that, have there been any like media you guys been consuming? Any like TV shows, music, movies, anything?
I saw the new Spooderman. I saw Spider-Man, Brand New Day. Uh, it's good. It's pretty good. It's too long.
Yeah.
Um, it's Marvelness kind of gets in its own way after a while. Was really enjoying like all the human drama of it, like all the Neds and the MJs and all that sort of stuff. But then I was just like, I don't know. I kind of knew spoilers if anybody is listening, but like kind of knew who the bad was. Like as soon as they introduce him, I was just like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
this
like
could be the
my
bad
whole
for
thing
me.
is
Like I don't know.
spoiler alert for a 2 week old movie.
That's true.
Sadie
I mean, I
Sink.
didn't say who it was, so
No, well,
Yeah.
okay. If you have not seen Spider-Man: Brand New Day, skip this part. Sadie Sink is Jean Grey.
yeah, I knew that
Everybody
going
knew
in.
that. Everybody
I'd
knew.
spoiled myself on that, so I wasn't,
Yeah.
and that was fine. I was fine with
You're
that.
not gonna get one of the hottest young actresses working today, who's a redhead in a Marvel movie, and she's not Jean Grey.
She could have been someone else, or they could have dyed her hair. I don't think she
Yeah,
was in any of the promo stuff or any of the
she was a
trailers
few.
that I
She was in
remember.
like she was briefly in the trailers, but there's
Oh, was it?
not like any of like the posters or like a
Sure,
lot of the marketing kind of
sure.
thing. Um, well, now that you've seen it, I'll tell you the part that I knew Jackson was gonna like, and that is the nude hot tub scene with Florence Pugh's Alana. So
Yeah.
when he texted me that he saw the movie, the first thing I texted him was, "What do you think about that the hot tub scene?" And
Mm.
he texted me back and he said, "If that's her office, then I definitely want to be her assistant."
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
And I busted out laughing. I thought that was so funny. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there too, brother. I'm with you there
I
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
mean,
too."
hey, she's a very appealing woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I just like saunas. I don't know what you're talking about. I want to work in a sauna.
Jackson.
Jackson, what have you watched?
I saw One Night Only,
How was
which
that?
Ooh.
was rather charming.
Okay.
It's kind of a sci-fi movie
Weird.
because I mean it's set in this absurd reality where people can't have sex unless they're married,
Hmm.
and they all have like biometric devices like implanted in their arm
Weird.
where they like it tells you if they're married or not. Like it's
Mm.
it's red most of the time, and then for one night only every year it's green.
So it's like The Purge, but with sex?
Yeah, it's basically yes.
It's
That's
it,
But
it,
crazy.
it,
like
It's
the
basically
movie has to do a whole lot of like selling the premise
yeah.
Yeah.
because the premise is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So the movie has to go into like a good bit of world building.
Mhm.
But it kind of works. Like it's mostly works because it's charming and it's very funny.
Yeah.
And the two leads are great. You know, they're charismatic and hot and everything. And so the premise kind of becomes the 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 hurdle they have to jump over
Mm.
constantly. And
Right.
they figure out ways to do it. Like for example, like you know, they're each trying to have sex with different people
Mm.
and they need condoms, but nobody has any condoms. Like
Mm.
none of the stores. They're all
They're all
sold
sold
out.
out. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So it turns into this like running around town trying to find any place that has a condom.
Mm.
Okay.
Um anyway,
So it's basically the
it's a good
purge
movie.
where the
Okay.
conservative Christians won or win.
What?
No, I was making a joke. I said it's basically the purge where the conservative Christian crowd wins.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, like
Mm.
Christian nationalism, won.
But I don't know. It's a fun movie. I also
Okay.
watched I watched a couple of like A24 kind of
Mm.
dramedies.
Mm.
I watched How to Make a Killing with Glenn
Mm.
Powell and
I heard
Margaret
Mm.
about that.
Qualley. It's a lot of fun, very
Okay.
dark.
Yeah.
Uh, Glenn Powell gets to just do his thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then I watched the drama with Robert Pattinson and
Oh, I wanted to watch
Zendaya,
that.
and it
Hey.
is so uncomfortable and awesome.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
well, I know the twist of the movie.
I
Don't
know,
tell
but
me. I don't know. I don't
it
know what it
doesn't
is.
matter if you know it or not because I
Okay.
knew it going in. I looked it up actually. I was like, "What?
Mm.
Okay, what's the deal?" So I just went ahead and looked it up and then went and saw the movie anyway. And the movie works whether or not you know what's
Mm.
coming
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert?
because the twist happens pretty early in the movie, and then
Oh, okay.
the
Huh.
rest of the movie is Robert Pattinson unraveling as a
Mm.
person.
Okay. All
And
right.
he does that so well. If you've seen him in any movie where he has to unravel, he
Yeah.
is so perfect at it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Well, Robert Pattinson's got another A24 movie coming out later this year called Prime Time, where he plays Chris
Mm-hmm.
Where he
Hansen.
plays Chris Hansen. I'm so
Yeah.
excited to see that.
Yeah.
I've seen every single To Catch a Predator. I got really fascinated with it and went
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
dug into it on YouTube because you can pretty much find every episode on YouTube now.
So I finally watched The Studio on Apple TV Plus with Seth
Yeah.
Rogen. Um. Well, I got Apple. Well, I re-subscribed to that platform because I wanted to watch the new season of Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
With I don't really have a lot to say there as of yet, but I'm like, oh well, I might as well watch The Studio. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen that yet, so I really loved it. Basically, the show is he gets appointed or promoted to the head of this studio called Continental Studio. And each episode is satirizing a different aspect of Hollywood. So it's the first episode they're trying to put together like the live like a Kool-Aid movie, making
Mm.
fun of the fact that Hollywood makes like movies off of properties that don't really have like story potential there.
Yeah.
So like
Just an IP that they can milk for all the money they can get out of it.
yeah, yeah. So like so think like it's like Barbie and Lego, Mario. If they make a reference to that, which is funny because Seth Rogen voices Donkey Kong in that
Mhm.
movie. And so like so the studio wants us to do like a family friendly, Kool-Aid movie. Like very vanilla. And Seth Rogen wants to do like an artsy Kool-Aid movie. And he gets Martin Scorsese. And Scorsese pitches it as like Jim Jones, the cult leader that poisoned
Mhm.
his cult members.
Mhm.
um was the Kool-Aid. And he was gonna make it like getting into like the deep psychological nature of like, cult leaders and like like the whole drinking where like the term drinking the Kool-Aid kind of came from and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And then the studio gets pissed off at that. It's like, no, we make the movie I want you to make. And so like they go to a party ran by Charlize Theron, and like Scorsese gets pissed off at them. And then they see, and then after leaving the party, they run into Steve Buscemi, who was gonna be Jim Jones in the movie.
Hmm.
Um, each scene in the movie is a one shot, so like the second episode is all about a one shot. Um, there's an episode where he dates a nurse, Seth Rogen does, played by Rebecca Hall, and then they get in an argument of like, well, no, my job is more important because I save life. Well, and then he's like, well, my job is just as important because like, like what if somebody is like laid up in the hospital? They have a TV there, they're gonna watch a movie.
I love how that
Really,
that episode is not afraid to make all the doctor characters look like
uh-huh.
dicks.
Just
They're,
complete assholes.
they're
Yeah,
just awful to him the whole time. And he's
yeah,
being awful to them back, but they're like, it's a their thing, so they're like ganging up on him.
Hmm.
Uh,
yeah.
like,
Well, that's the
it's very funny.
Well, and that's the thing, like, absolutely, doctors are very important, but so are filmmakers. Like, yeah, you have to, like, in the traveling time, you got to entertain yourself and get your mind off of it. So it's like,
Yeah, but at the
we
same
need
time,
to,
he's the thing about this show though is that Seth Rogen, his character, he thinks of himself as a filmmaker, but he is
As a
not
like an
one.
artist, yeah, as like an
Yeah.
art, yeah, but he's
And
not.
that's the whole point of the show is that
Hmm.
he's not very good at his job because he doesn't really understand what his job is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and he's always trying to like give notes and
Mm.
everything, and it's just
Well, I
it's a lot
wonder,
of fun to watch though, as a movie
Hmm.
lover, as somebody who
Yeah.
especially loves Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's one thing I was kind of thinking about, like, now that you brought that up, maybe the second season will explore this more, where, like, maybe. Like because he seemed his character seemed more like creatively minded versus like
yeah.
business minded compared to like Bryan Cranston's character who was the previous head of the studio. So I wonder
Hmm.
if the second season is going to explore that a little bit more.
I don't know, maybe. I think he's just bad at his job. He wants that's how a lot of people in management view themselves as creatives, but they're
Mm,
just really good
Mhm.
with money and like where
right.
the ideas, like we're ideas people, but they're not really like artists. And I think
Mm,
that's what like Seth Rogen is in this
yeah.
movie or in the show.
I mean, hell, maybe the whole series will end with them being a director or a writer.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I mean, it was kind of a perfect little season. I don't, I know they're making another season of it, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know where they can take it. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel
I
like
guess they just do the same thing again, but just different. Each one would be just a little different genre. I don't know.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like the Scream movies. Like, I think compared to any other slasher franchise, Scream you can do a lot with because there's always going to be something in pop culture you can poke fun at.
That's true. But they're also like the Scream movies are all still kind of mysteries in some way, like
Yeah,
murder mysteries, which I think is this sort of like their bread and butter they always go back
yeah.
to.
That I think that's why the Evil Dead movies kind of edited out for me as far as like my favorite franchise for horror.
Hmm.
But I still love the Scream movies,
Yeah.
as you guys know. But yeah, the studio, check it out. It's really funny. So, and hopefully, I
Hmm.
have more things to say about Ted Lasso in the upcoming weeks.
I'm excited for this season. I mean, the first episode, it's just sort of getting you back in the groove of
Hmm.
of what Ted Lasso is, and so we haven't really met most of the characters we're going to
Hmm.
be spending the season with. But I'm always happy for to watch Ted Lasso. It's just a cozy, like warm blanket of a show.
Yeah, I was surprised how good the show is, considering that
Yeah,
these are based off of like goofy commercials that Sudeikis
yeah.
did
Sure.
to
Yeah.
promote soccer. But yeah, guys, you ready to get into the Mad Max Fury Road episode?
Of course.
All right. So the plot summary for Mad Max Fury Road, according to the Internet Movie Database, in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, a woman rebels against a tyrannical ruler in search of her homeland with the aid of a group of female prisoners and a psychotic worshiper and a drifter named Mad Max.
My world is fire and blood.
Everything is dependent on
We
oil.
are killing for gasoline.
The world is almost out of water.
Water. Now there's the water wars.
Here they come again. Everybody's gone out of their mind. You're not the only one, Max.
Out here, everything hurts. You want to get through this? Do as I say. Now pick up what you can and run.
All right, guys. So since Eric was the one that picked this movie, our service to you, man. What is your quick overall thoughts about Mad Max Fury Road?
Um, I remember when I'd seen all the Mad Max movies before this movie had come out in like
Mm,
2015. And so like I'd seen all the other ones. I don't really like Mad Max, the first one. But Road Warrior is great, and Beyond Thunderdome is fun too. In a different way. I love how all
Hmm.
these movies are just a little like they're kind of standalones. You don't need to see any of the other ones in order. So
Right.
this is like the fourth movie, but it can be its own thing.
The continuity just does not exist,
Exists. Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
yeah, kind of like the
Um,
Bond movies. It's just another adventure with Max. You know, like the
right.
Bond movies,
Right.
like another adventure with 007.
Hmm.
So I'd seen like the teaser trailer like long before it came out, and like uh I don't know. It looked great. I read all the stuff about like how they shot it on location in the desert and used real
Mm,
cars and everything, and so I was excited to see it. I went opening weekend. I usually don't go opening weekend to movies just because it's kind of terrible. You know, there's too many
yeah.
people and all that sort of stuff. So I went open weekend and it was like a packed theater and it was great. It was wonderful. It's one of those movies that flies by, and then by the time it's over, you're kind of like, I want to go again. I didn't go
Yeah.
again, but I almost did. I almost went again that night to see it.
Yeah. We
Um,
saw Deadpool and Wolverine opening night, and that set was packed. Like
yeah,
the only seats I can get was two seats, you know, side by side, was in the
we're
big
we're in
pack.
the nosebleed up in like the top left corner of the or top right corner of the theater.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
It was fun though. It's a
we
fun
did. Yeah,
movie. Yeah. Yeah, I love
yeah.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Mad Max Fury Road's Deadpool and Wolverine's fun.
Mm,
Mad Max Fury Road is maybe a masterpiece.
I would say so.
It's perfect. It's kind of almost a perfect movie. I got
Yeah.
little nitpicks here and there, just little ones, but like for the
Mm,
most part, I don't know. The world is so rich and lived in. Like there's so much just like lore built into it. Like watching it the first time, you can't even like understand what they're saying half the time because it's just flying
No.
by so fast. Like I don't know. It's an amazing experience. I take this trip like once a year almost. I've seen it probably 10 or 15 times now. It's great. I love it. What else? Who else? What else? Who else has thoughts on this?
Jackson, you go.
Um, Similar to Eric, I saw it when it came out in the theater, and I loved it at the time. And I went back a couple more times to see it while it was on its first run.
hmm
And I realized, oh, this is my favorite movie of the year. And then everybody else sort of came around on it too. Like everybody was saying it was their favorite movie of 2015. And
hmm
I didn't realize I was going to be like part of a big majority of people.
Mm,
And then over the years, I've come to realize that it's not just my favorite movie of 2015. I think it might be the best movie made during my lifetime.
See,
Yeah.
here's
Like it
the
is just pure perfect cinema.
yeah.
you know?
Well, I guess I can get into my thoughts. Um, I think this movie is brilliantly made.
Oh no, Drew, you're
Um,
gonna shit all over this, aren't you?
No, well, let me finish. So,
Okay.
think I can get saying that it's your favorite movie of that year, but to say
Uh-huh.
it for your lifetime, I think that's a little excessive, in my opinion. I'm like, wow, there's been plenty of movies to come out since I've been
I
around.
don't know. I think it's the best movie in the past since 2000 at least. At the very least, I think it
What?
might be the best movie since 2000.
Have you
Oh
seen
yeah.
Return of the King?
Have I seen what?
Return of the King?
Yeah, it's good. It's too long. This
Fuck
movie's a
you.
perfect
Fuck
two
you.
hours. Perfect 2 hours.
Yeah,
It
Return of the
and
is
King,
the
amazing.
thing,
not a
the thing,
wasted second.
Return of the King is great.
It's great.
It's
Yeah.
also you can't watch it without watching two other
Okay,
movies.
I get
Yeah.
that.
It's a whole like 9 to 12 hour cycle depending on
Sure.
which versions you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Max, you get it all in 2 hours.
2 hours.
Movie's 2 hours long.
But as
Perfectly.
far as my thoughts, the first, the first time I watched the movie, was on Blu-ray, late at night. I kept falling asleep,
Mm.
and I'm like, okay, like the action scenes are filmed really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just not having an emotional connection with anything. And again,
Mm.
I was half asleep watching it.
Sure.
And then I just keep hearing people just talk about this movie and sucking this movie's dick, and I'm like,
Oh man.
I just again brilliantly put together movie. I just don't see like what's beyond like that. Until I watched it for this review, and
Okay.
yeah, this movie, it sometimes I mean it is a big action scene, but there are times where like yeah, it does pause a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
to get to know these characters. But even in the action scenes, you kind of like get character beats and background a little bit.
Sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
and we can talk about this a little bit later, but it does, sadly, this movie touches on a lot of stuff that's going on right now. And the whole premise has always been going on about, leaders and, like cults and, all that thing. So I
Mhm.
think watching it, with brand new eyes, being a little bit more fully aware of it,
Mm-hmm.
when in watching it, I definitely learned to appreciate the movie a lot more.
Mm.
Um, I think for me, I've only seen this movie once. I don't. Furiosa is still my favorite Mad Max movie, even though Max is not in that movie. I just like the story more. I just think um I don't know, and then I think watching Fury Road after watching that, gave me a lot more context
Mm.
to Furiosa's motivation, and seeing where she came from for me. And I mean,
Sure.
yeah, I think that maybe I enhanced it a little bit more, for me. And I just
T-
think Chris Hemsworth as the Mentis is just phenomenal. Like he's so crazy,
He is
He's great
really
in it.
amazing in that.
Yeah.
He's really good at playing villains. Between that and
Mm-hmm.
Bad Times at the El
Bad Times at the El
Royale.
Royale. Yeah.
Yeah, well, here's the
Yeah.
thing I like about Hemsworth compared to like The Rock is they're both attractive men, but
Uh-huh.
Chris Hemsworth is not afraid to look like a complete idiot and a doofus
That's true.
and a
And he is kind
goofball.
of a doofus. He is kind of a doofus in Furiosa. I think my problem
Yeah.
with Furiosa is that it's a prequel, and I know Furiosa lives, so there's no
Yeah,
danger at any point. You know what I mean for her?
Yeah.
Like this movie,
It's got a little bit of Solo, a Star Wars story
yeah,
yeah.
problems to it. It's just like I'm not asking any of these questions. I
Mhm.
don't need to know any of this about this
yeah.
character because I already get everything I need to know from Charlize Theron in Fury
Mhm.
Hmm.
Road.
Yeah.
Who
Like I
is
already know everything I need to know about, except I will say the way she loses the arm in
mhm.
Furiosa was very satisfying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I will
It's
say,
Agreed.
like, oh, she has to cut off her own arm to escape. I love
Hmm.
that moment. That was amazing.
yeah, I will say the one thing that Fury Road has over Furiosa for me is like the production. I liked how they went like old school, like practical with it,
Oh yeah,
versus like CGI.
Yeah.
And some of the,
There's some wonky CGI bits here and there though in the movie. To
yeah,
be
sure.
like,
I
if we're
mean
being honest, yeah.
the action scenes in both movies are really cool. Like I like
Sure,
the action
sure.
scenes in both movies. It's just it comes down to story and characters, and I have more of an emotional connection with Furiosa. Like I was more like engaged when I saw the movie.
Not
Mhm.
me. When it gets to that point near the end where she gets stabbed in the side and that
Mm.
music swells and she's like looking over her arm and like tears are welling up and oh man, so good.
I was
Best
thinking
part of the
about
movie
Fury
right there.
Road.
Yeah, Fury Road. Like that
Yeah.
whole moment, all that beats, everything's building towards that moment. Like the editing, the
Mm.
design, everything. It's so good. Makes me well up with tears when I see it. It's so good. It's like I don't
Same,
even know.
yeah.
Yeah, just that
Yeah.
moment is makes anything in Furiosa like pale by comparison.
Yeah.
Like there's no the energy from that in that moment, and like when the payoff at the end where she like kills. Oh man,
Mm.
crowd cheered. I saw it in theaters. I literally people cheered, and I've never seen a movie that happened in.
So one, I do want to talk about one aspect of, or I just want to talk about the world of Mad Max real quick.
Sure.
And I think I don't know if George Miller is a metalhead or he likes metal music or whatnot, but
He's a
these
doctor.
movies are very
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
metal
like a former
inspired.
doctor. Sure, yeah. Especially this one, especially with the Doof Warrior in this one. It's very,
Oh
very
my
hardcore metal.
God, the Doof
Which makes
Warrior.
me, yeah, it's so good. Which makes me think like that seems like right up your alley, Drew. It seems like super duper metal, like
Oh
something
yeah,
that you would just love.
yeah. Like, and well, that's why I wore my Judas Priest shirt because like Judas Priest is all about like revving up your motorcycle and going out on the highway, and you
Hmm.
got all the whips and ladder. Like that's what Mad Max is about. Like
Yeah.
it's about like motorcycles and fast cars and all that shit. Well, even in the first Mad Max, you get that like when he's chasing that one criminal, like he keeps yelling like "I'm a wrecker, I'm a roller" or whatever. And he's just like
Hmm.
he starts sounding he's like in the leather jacket. Well, I get the they all are, but yeah, like
Sure.
these movies are very metal. Uh,
Yeah, but I do think there's a little more going on underneath the surface, especially with this one.
mm,
And there is with all of them, especially like Road Warrior on. Like there's, dissecting like power dynamics and who controls, the who controls the world essentially. And like, this
Mhm.
one is very patriarchal and the all the villains in the movie are men at the end of the
right.
day.
Yeah, I wonder if what Ben Shapiro thinks about about that. Because one of his complaints in for the
Who gives a
Batman,
shit about Ben Shapiro?
yeah, fuck Ben Shapiro. But one of his complaints for the Batman was he basically said that like all the good moral characters were like were non-white. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Man, that guy would be a war boy. He would totally be just a brainwashed war boy.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Well,
Ben
and that's another
Shapiro.
thing I want to talk about is I guess we can kind of get into the movie a little bit later, but this is one thing I was kind of thinking about while
Hmm.
watching this movie the second time was we're in this weird, annoying time in our pop culture where
Hmm.
you have, extremes, like groups. So you have one
Hmm.
extreme, the more, right-leaning group that thinks, oh, because a movie has a woman in it or a black person, has agency or whatever, it's a terrible movie, even before they go see the movie. And
Hmm.
I watched a video where this guy was talking about like how to be an alpha male, and one of the rules was don't watch modern day Hollywood movies because they feminize men and they make men
Oh
weak.
my God.
And he used this movie as an example. And I was thinking about that. And this was a while ago when I watched this video.
Hmm.
And I'm like, well, for one thing, women being badass in movies isn't anything new. You ever seen Aliens, Terminator
Hmm.
2,
Right.
Yeah.
Kill Bill?
Hmm.
And secondly, just because Furiosa is a prominent, like the prominent new character within the Mad Max franchise, like Mad Max, like he's still kicked ass, man. Like he's still
Sure.
an awesome character. Oh, just because he didn't say anything. But guess what? That's Max. Max is
Yeah.
supposed to
Yeah.
be the sort
Yeah.
of like John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Western type, where he just kind of wanders around the world. He's sort of a vagabond, and in each movie, like he helps these people.
Hmm.
Mandalorian, kind of, played on that Western motif. Just a wanderer, just going around, just helping people out and gets into different types of trouble throughout, their odyssey. Um,
Yeah, it's
but
like he's a Ronin.
Yeah.
He's a samurai that doesn't serve any
Hmm.
particular
yeah, like a
Master.
lone
Yeah.
master.
gunslinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like a lone gunslinger type of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This
yeah,
is
like
this. Yeah.
yeah, and well, this movie really emphasizes that because at the end, where they defeat Immortan Joe, and they get all the water and they're bathing in it and drinking it and all that stuff. There's that shot where Furiosa is looking at Max, and he's in the crowd and he's leaving. He's like, "Well, I
Hmm.
Yeah.
did my job here. I helped these people out. Kind of like I helped out the people in Road Warrior or Thunderdome."
Hmm.
Like, I'm just gonna go on my next, I'm just gonna keep wondering, and I'm gonna probably end up, in another part of this world, and I'm gonna help out somebody else.
But this movie too, it's his arc in this movie.
Yeah.
He's crazy at the top of the movie. He's been out in the waste too long by himself that now he sees that there is a like a good there is a there are people out there worth saving and fighting for, and
Mm.
it's him reintroducing himself into society. He's not ready to rejoin it just yet, but like
Yeah.
he
That takes him a
Right.
while.
it takes him a
Like he
while.
he spends a lot of time pointing guns at all the brides and
Snapping his
Furiosa.
fingers and pointing
Yeah.
Yeah.
guns, yeah.
So I want to ask you guys, um, because this is, of course, like an iconic character played, though he's problematic, played by, a very, a very well-respected actor, at least, despite all that, with Mel Gibson. And
Mhm.
this is one of
Yeah.
his most iconic character, along with his character in Lethal Weapon and William Wallace. And
This is
Yeah.
I mean, Mad Max
I
is
mean
the movie that
it's
made him a star. Yeah, this is
yeah,
exactly.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
I would
this is
even
his first
throw in like
movie.
Graham Hess from Signs. It's part of like one of his more iconic characters.
Sure.
So you get Tom Hardy in here to replace them, and that's really hard, you know, to do, a lot of the time.
Hmm.
So what do you think about Tom Hardy as our new Max versus Mel Gibson?
Well,
He's
like with
great. I think they sidestepped a lot of controversy by not bringing Mel Gibson back. I know at
Yeah,
one point they were talking about it. So I read this book called Blood, Sweat, and Chrome, and it's sort of like an oral history of just Fury Road and how long it took them to make it.
mhm.
And so they started in like the 90s, like 95, and at one point Mel Gibson was going to come back when he was
Yeah.
coming off like the success of like I think it was What Women Want. Like he was going to come back and do it again. And then that one fell through or whatever. But I mean, I think they dodged the bullet in not doing it
yeah.
then and like recasting him.
A
One
bullet
because he
straight
was
from Bullet Town.
right, exactly.
God.
The bullet farmer. It's the bullet farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Bullet
Bullet
farm.
Farm. Well, here's the thing. If I say things wrong or get my Mad Max lore mixed up, I'm not a Mad Max expert at all. I've seen
I There's no
the
such thing
movies.
as an expert on the
Bird on
lore of
Mad.
Mad
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah,
Like even George Miller, I don't even think he puts a lot of thought into some of the lore. I
but
think
I'm
it's
Sure.
not.
just like this sounds silly. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
But I'm not somebody that like watches these movies obsessively and like knows like all the ins and outs and all that stuff with
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
And
so if
they're
I
all
say
different per movie to movie, like we were saying earlier. Like
yeah, so if I
they're
say something wrong, then I'm sorry.
don't apologize to me. I mean, you liking Furiosa over this movie is still mind blowing to me, but
It's just my opinion, man.
that's fine. It could be your opinion. I
Plus,
like that
Taylor
you like
Joy.
it more. Huh?
Plus, Anna Taylor Joy's hot.
See, that's why I think you like it more. I think you like that one more because
It's
of
part of the
Untitled
reason.
Killer.
It's about
Oh,
Yeah.
and
25%
Charlize
of the
Theron
reason.
is just a hideous hag.
Oh,
I mean, she's
terrible.
hot too.
Oh.
Hey, I'll tell you something. I'll tell
Not
you
hot
something.
at all.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Okay, if I was in Matt Damon's position in the Odyssey, I would totally stay on that island. Like if I had the
Yeah. They don't
opportunity,
even really get into it. Yeah, they
You'd pick
could have just stayed there.
Charlize Theron over Anne Hathaway.
I mean, they're both equally beautiful. But if I had the
Mm.
opportunity to be on this island and then to bang Throne to the end of time, I'd totally take that. That sounds
That
awesome.
island looks like it sucks though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
it's just
there's
like
nothing that.
beach. Yeah, and there's like
And
driftwood.
apparently in the poem, like it's a lush green paradise that she lives in, but
Hmm.
in the movie they just make it a beach,
Just a
yeah.
hut. They live
But
in a hut on the
remember, you
beach.
get to
which
bang
is very
Charlize Theron.
striking to look at. But yeah,
Sure.
Yeah, like again, you get to bang Charlize Theron.
sure, okay.
And she's into it too. So that's great. But no, I think it's kind of a good thing that they recasted the character. Yes, they avoided the controversy, but also,
Yes.
like we said, these movies are standalone.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Mel Gibson, when they made this movie, was close to 30 years older, and he sold it. You can totally see it. So I think it was a good idea to get a younger actor.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
It makes sense
And
into the continuity, or not the continuity, but it makes sense within the world.
And it builds off the idea that so they started playing with in the second one. It was this sort of like hero, it's a Joseph Campbell, a hero with a thousand faces sort of
Mhm.
thing, where like
mhm,
people retelling of the story, he becomes something different or something, new.
Yeah.
This is just someone else's retelling of Max. Maybe Max doesn't even exist. He's just an idea of this mythical
right.
man who lives in the
Mm.
ways.
Well, one thing I heard that was kind of interesting from another YouTuber, a guy named Adam Does Movies. He's
Mm-hmm.
a really popular, movie pundit on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about like, recasting classic characters, and he was saying that it seems like it's easier for people to buy into a recast of like a literary character from like, a novel or comic books because versus like an original character, like a movie character that originated in a movie. You know what I
Right.
mean? So for example, I think that's the reason why there's so many, Draculas and James Bonds and Batmans and Ebenezer Scrooges versus like
Uh-huh.
Indiana Jones, where there's only like a handful of like actors associated
Yeah.
with them. You got
That's why, Solo didn't work because
yeah,
people
well you
looked at
got
it and went like, that's not Harrison Ford.
yeah,
Yeah.
so like with Indy, you only have Harrison Ford, River Phoenix, and then the few characters that played him in the Young Indiana Jones series.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like what's his Sean Patrick Flannery. He
Yeah.
played
Hmm.
one of the
Yeah.
young Indiana Joneses.
Yeah, so I just think yeah, but I think like when you have a character that originated in a comic or a novel, there's not like that's I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna say here. They only exist in that world at that point. They're not an actual flesh and blood, especially with novels. Like you don't have like a face associated
Hmm.
with like a Dracula
Right.
or a
Sure.
Bond.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little easier, for people to buy into multiple actors playing 007 or Dracula.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And Dracula's when they retell that story, they usually always go back to the origin, and so it's
yeah,
just a whole new retelling of it. So it makes you can kind of get away with it. Then if it was a direct sequel, then it would probably be harder.
yeah,
That's the same thing with like the Bond movies. They're all kind of standalones. You don't need one to see the next one. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
guess
Hmm.
other than maybe the last one with Daniel Craig, I don't
yeah.
remember.
I would say like all the Daniel Craig, you kind of have to. They're all kind of interconnected in a
Yeah.
way. Well, I mean, Diamonds Are Forever. He goes after Blofeld for killing his wife, but yeah, for the most part, like the older pre-Craig era,
Right.
are pretty standalone. Um, but yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, this is one of the few examples where like for a character that existed within a movie
Hmm.
originally, and then to recast it where people buy into it. Like it's not weird. It's not a weird thing.
That's true. this is also basically Furiosa's movie, though. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, like it's not really and, like Mad Max is there, and that's how they got the it's an IP, but they really are like telling like more
I kind
Furiosa
of like
story
to
than his. He's just
see.
wandering around.
Yeah, I kind of like.
Yeah.
I kind of see Max, and this is going back to the whole. He kind of weaved in and out of like
Hmm.
other people's story.
Hmm.
The classic lone gunslinger thing. He's
Hmm.
really the Jack Sparrow of this universe. 'Cause if you think about it, in that first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, even though Johnny Depp is the biggest name on that poster,
He's not the lead of the movie.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then
He's not the
he's the
protagonist, I guess,
face of
really.
that poster.
Yeah,
He's not the main character. It's Will Turner,
yeah,
but the
right.
more interesting character is Jack, and I think they Disney exploited that character for better or worse.
Sure.
To me, Max is sort of like that. He just kind of reads in and out of these people's
I
story.
mean, honestly, if you think about the character of Max Rockatansky, yes, that's his full name,
Yeah, yeah.
which is insane. If you think about it, there's really not much to his character
Yeah.
across all of the movies. Even like the three with Mel Gibson, there's really not much going on inside this man.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about like he's very outward.
Mhm.
Everything about his character is defined by what he does,
Mm-hmm.
and not really any sort of innate quality that he has. It's not like Han Solo. Han
Mhm.
Solo, he comes in and he's charming and he has swagger and he's very anti-authoritarian. Whereas Max just sort of shows up and gets thrown into a situation over and
Mhm.
over again.
Mm-hmm.
Except
Yeah.
in the first one. The first one, like he's out for revenge against the people that killed his family. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
But
even
yeah.
know if I count the first one that much
Mm-hmm.
as part of this franchise. I mean, I
Yeah.
know technically it is, but it doesn't feel like any of the other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
well,
feels like
that
it's
would be before
a more release.
apocalypse. Like that was like on the edge of
Right.
Right.
happening.
But then you get to the Road Warrior and it's like, wow, this world really has changed in like
Yep.
2 years.
Full on assless chaps and mohawks and yeah.
Yeah, Lord
These people with
Humongous.
insane, yeah,
Yeah.
Lord humongous. All the
Yeah,
names
Humongous.
in these
So
movies are
good.
insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
and well, that
Yeah.
guy was saying that, going back to the whole metal thing. Like, you got that one character. I don't know who he is within the world, or what his name is, but he wore the super bright outfit. This is in Road Warrior, and he had that long blonde hair, and he looks like he could be like he can replace Rob Halford from Judas Priest. Like, he
Oh, the
looks
one
like a
that gets
metal
hit
thing.
with like the one that gets hit with the boomerang.
Yeah,
Like that's the what's his name's lover? I forget. It's the Ashley Chapman's lover in that movie. That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
he's so
okay.
upset
So
when he gets
yeah,
hit in the head with the boomerang.
So the Judas Priest, analogy made sense for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just seems like he could just be like the singer of a Judas Priest cover band. Like he looks like a rock singer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, all
And
these
that's
movies are
the thing
crazy.
is like Mad Max himself is not really the draw of the movie.
Mm,
The
Hmm.
world, the world of Mad Max is the
Yeah.
draw of the movie.
yeah.
And so you can have Mad Max be the second lead in his
Mm,
own movie because you've got, well, for one, you've got Furiosa, who's just a fantastic character,
Mhm.
which is again somebody that's like not really defined except through action.
mm,
But Charlize Theron just brings such a humanity to it. Just the look on her face the whole movie.
mm,
Just the look
Mhm.
in her eyes. And there's this sadness there the whole
mm.
time. And
Well,
it's
yeah, and
wonderful to
then
watch. It's like watching an old like silent film
Yeah.
actor,
Yeah. That's
you
what
know.
George Miller had said was one of his goals for this movie is that, one, it was going to be a one long chase, basically. And
mm,
then the second was that someone in another, you could basically watch it without the sound on and still
mm.
understand what was going on as far
Yeah,
as like
Mhm.
character motivations and where everyone's going and all that sort of stuff.
yeah. So I can guess I can kind of see where you're coming from, not liking Furiosa that much, but I mean I don't know, man. Just seeing her whole journey. And then watching this movie again. It's just I don't know. It
It's
really
fun.
made me
It's
appreciate it.
cool. I
Yeah.
appreciate Furiosa. I
Mm,
think it's a well-made movie. I
It's a
don't
little
think it's
too
as good as
long.
it's a little too
yeah.
long. It's 2.5 hours. This movie's a tight two, and it's
Yeah.
Mm,
um I don't know. This the world in this one feels so rich and big.
Mm-hmm.
For
Uh-huh.
and the way the story sort of like develops, like the bigger story is it's just a chase. We're trying to get to one place and people are chasing after us. But like the way we start, the way the movie sort of like Russian dolls itself or like
Mm.
onions itself out, where like you're slowly finding out more as we move through the movie. Like um we don't know we're not told at the top that Furiosa's like stolen the wives and all that stuff. We
Mm.
look we discover it as the movie is moving along.
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
It's
I
such a
just like how
beautiful way to like watch it.
well, I just like how this movie is the Mad Max concept, like fully realized. Like this
Yeah.
movie is worthy of the name Mad Max. This movie is fucking insane.
I mean, George Miller made all of them, so I mean, I guess
Yeah.
they're all worthy of Mad Max.
But
I
no,
don't
this
know.
one especially. It's best.
This one is crazy because I can't imagine anybody giving him $150 million to go shoot this crazy ass movie in the desert for like 2 years or something like that. I think they shot for
Yeah,
like 6 months or something like that, which is
yeah,
crazy to be out in the desert shooting for 6 months. And the way they shot it, but they would only shoot like 3 seconds at a time because they storyboarded the whole thing. It's nuts. The
oh
whole
Yeah.
thing
wow.
is nuts. Yeah.
So I do want to talk about Immortan Joe. He's a very interesting character, a very sinister character.
It's Toe
Hmm.
Cutter. It's Toe Cutter from the first Mad Max.
Oh, it's
It's
actually him. I know it was the
yeah.
actor, but
It's
it's
the
Yeah, it's
same.
the I mean that's him. That's the actor is what I meant. Like Hugh
oh
Yeah,
Keays-Byrne.
okay.
it's not
Yeah.
supposed to be the same
No, it's not
character.
him, character.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cause I was like, I thought Max killed him.
Oh, he does. Yeah. No, he's
Yeah,
dead at the end of that movie, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I like how he's like this cult leader who says he wants to give people salvation, but he wants to rule over them with an iron fist, kind of like a lot of political leaders in real life.
this movie is timeless because you could watch it at any time and it's still a reflection of the world we kind of live in.
Yeah,
We're
well,
only a
Yeah.
few years away from it at any point is what it feels like.
yeah, well, Hitler was like that. Like Hitler, the way that he was promoted was like, like, oh no, it's a good thing, what we're doing,
Hmm.
eradicating the Jews. They're evil and disgusting, but like, like he's a terrible person.
Hmm.
I mean, I don't like to talk about this person on this podcast because I know, it divides people, but like, look at Trump.
A
Like,
pale, white, aging, decrepit, crazy-haired man.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, I mean,
Which one are we talking about?
but now, like, he's been in politics for like 10 years now, and his whole thing is, I'm here to save America and, make America great again. But, like, look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing with ICE. The
Mhm.
raising prices of everything. I heard, like, school, like, free school lunches are being canceled, across the board.
Hmm.
Like, how's that making American great? But for some reason, people buy into it, and it seems like more and more people are kind of getting away from that, starting
Yeah.
Hmm.
see the errors of their ways. But it's just not enough. Like people, I just don't get why people still work up.
I
It
I
just
don't
kind of
know. I mean, it's something that doesn't make any sense to me, but it is very sort of very cult-like religious
Hmm.
mentality that people
Hmm.
have toward him. They just anything he does, they think is wonderful. And a part of it is just him always promoting himself,
yeah,
Hmm.
which is what a Morton Joe does. He
Yeah.
sets himself up to always be like the greatest person and the savior of
mm,
Hmm.
all and everything.
Give you
yeah,
this
Uh,
water. I'll give you these little morsels in order for you
yeah.
to still
And then
live.
he's like, do not become addicted to water.
You will resent its absence.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I just think he's just such a fascinating character and a really cool designed character too.
I mean,
Amazing.
so hideous,
Mm,
so frightening to look at.
Yeah.
yeah,
All those
Giant
like
horse teeth. Yeah.
tumors on his body
mm,
and his armor with all the like metals on it, but it's clear, like it's see
Here, so you can
through.
still. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And then I like the character Knox played by Timothy not Timothy Holt, Nicholas Holt.
Nick,
Whole.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
he's the real revelation of this movie
Hmm.
Yeah,
because before that, like I was still thinking of him as like kid star.
Yeah,
because he had been
About a
around for a long
Boy.
time.
Yeah,
About a Boy, he's
Boy.
amazing
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I guess he had started to take on grown up roles. He did like Warm Bodies, which is kind of like a
Mm.
teen zombie romance. But I didn't really realize how great of an actor he was until this movie.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. I think.
And he's phenomenal in it. And
Yeah.
he's continued to be like one of the most interesting young
Mm-hmm.
actors for the past 10 years. And he never does what you think he's going to do. I mean, he's an absolutely beautiful man.
Yeah.
He's tall, he's got piercing blue eyes,
Mm.
but he loves to take on characters like this, like just be a
Mm-hmm.
bug-eating lunatic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just well the only thing I knew him from was yeah, I think Warm Bodies. I've never seen it, but I've seen like like commercials and
Right.
It's pretty
seen
good.
like the two
Yeah.
X-Men movies that he was in prior. So
Mm-hmm.
that was my basis of Nicholas Holt.
Yeah, I guess he was already an X-Men at this point. Yeah.
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 Well, and then like his career's been kind of blown up a little bit because he was in the Menu as like this real snobby,
Sure.
he-
Tyler's bullshit. I love that.
yeah,
That
like
movie's fantastic.
like this
Mm-hmm.
foodie influencer kind of character, and then
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
he plays Renfield, which is like this real innocent character from Dracula.
Yeah.
And then like he moved up to like Jonathan Harker, or the Jonathan Harker character in Nosferatu. Um, it's a Dracula movie. Eric, shut up. It's a Nosferatu. It's a Dracula.
I didn't
And
call it Dracula. I called it Nosferatu.
But no, yeah, I think he's the best Jonathan Harker in my opinion. And then he plays like this piece of shit character, in in Lex Luthor in the Superman movie that came out last year. Like you just really hate this
Mm-hmm.
character. It's like yes, you just get so many mixed emotions with this actor. It's like when
Mm-hmm.
you like him a lot, and then you despise him.
Yeah. Seems like
Sometimes.
he's ruling, like Jackson was saying, he's like ruling to like take risks where he's not just playing, because he could easily play just like the romantic lead in
Yeah.
a
yeah.
movie, over and over and over and still make money doing it, and people will
But
go
he's
show
like,
up to
no,
see it because
I'm gonna go do the favorite and be the
yeah,
most hateable character you've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, and then the thing about it is he could do one or the other. He can be like what Eric was saying, like like the romantic lead, for all this
Mhm.
for his whole
hmm
career for the most part, or he could be like the real douchey bad character, his whole
Yeah.
career. But like I like how he plays both types of characters.
sure,
Hmm.
And I just love like, and he knocks his character here. Really, like he's not a disgusting character. I'd like to believe, him and all the rest of the War Boys are really trying to find like identity and community in this, decaying world of the
hmm
wasteland.
Hmm.
And I think that's why a lot of people get attracted to these really toxic figures like a Trump, like
Hmm.
an Andrew Tate, like a Joe Rogan, like a Ben Shapiro, because they're trying to find identity in this ever-changing world. And it's sad
sure,
that they get so brainwashed. And you kind of feel bad for this character, Knox. Am I saying his name right? Is it Knox?
Nux,
Knox.
yeah,
Yeah. Nux. Yeah.
Yeah, he just wants. And there's that part where it's a big action scene and he's like on top of a car or whatever and like and Morton Joe looks over at him and he like starts freaking out. He's like, he looked at me.
hmm
Like, I don't know, man. It's just he's a really fascinating character. He's probably my favorite
Yeah.
character
yeah.
in the whole movie.
He's the most
Um,
Well,
conflicted of all of them. Yeah,
yeah.
the thing about it is like, if you look at the War Boys as opposed to the Wives,
hmm
like they serve a different purpose to
Mm.
a Morton Joe, but they're not really that different.
They're still
There's
prisoners at the end of the
they're
day. Yeah,
still like they're still victims, they're still things, and that's the whole
hmm
thesis of the movie is we are not things.
hmm
And the War Boys are just as much things to a Morton Joe as the wives are.
They're
And
bullets. They're
so
it's just like the bullet farmer. Yeah.
yeah, they're ammunition, they're human
hmm
ammo. They're there just to die in glory for a Morton Joe's purposes. Uh, so it's not the same struggle as the wives have, but it's also not
Mm.
completely different either.
Mhm.
And you get to see that all play out through Nux and his relationship specifically with Capable, which is
Mhm.
Riley Keough's character.
Mm.
I love all the names in this movie. Let's see. Let's go over all the
Toast.
wives' names.
Yeah.
So you have Toast the Knowing, played by
Knowing.
Zoe Kravitz.
Mm.
You have what's her full name? Her name is like the Splendid
Splendid. It starts with an A.
Angthara or something
Angathar.
like
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
Angathar. Yeah, something like that. Let's see. Then you have Capable, just Capable. That's
Capable.
Riley Keough.
Mhm.
Then you have, let's see, Cheeto the Fragile,
Mhm.
which is the
She's the
youngest one.
youngest. Yeah.
What's the other one's name though? Oh shoot. She's just called the Dag,
The dad. Yeah. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
one with like really pale blonde hair. She's
Crazy
just
Smeg. Yeah.
she's just the Dag.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't know what
It's
it
insane.
means. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't remember where
All
I was
the
going with all that. But
no,
it's
but I
just
mean, but along those same lines, it's like all the names and stuff in this. Like watching it a first time, it's overwhelming because you can't tell. Like it almost feels like you're listening to a foreign language sometimes.
Mm.
The way they reference
yeah.
stuff, and it feels so natural for them to, you know, talk about the war boys, and they have these chants. And they do this like V8 thing, and like it's all just so alien and foreign, even though it's still like English that you're just like piecing it together and trying to figure it out as it's moving, and it never lets up. It is
Yeah, well,
the
I think
fastest 2 hours you'll ever see.
yeah, well, it kind of takes the Star Wars approach in a way where it doesn't really bother to explain everything. It just throws you in the
Hmm.
world. I mean, of course, with the opening title crawl at the beginning,
That's true that, yeah.
but you
And
can
they
figure
spend
it.
some time doing some exposition here and there
Oh
about
yeah,
stuff when and within Star
yeah, but
Wars,
this is
but
like the original Star Wars quadruple
hmm.
with Lord of the Rings. I feel like that's a little bit more, plot like world building in a way.
Sure.
Like there's a whole the
Sure.
whole opening monologue with
Hmm.
gradual kind of explaining the whole world and like what the rings are and
Right.
the whole thing with the Hobbit. Uh,
Really telling the audience what we're about to do. We've got to take this ring and throw it into the fire. This
yeah,
movie never tells you that. It never sets you down and goes like, all right, there's Furiosa, and she's going to steal the wives, and they're going to run to this place, this mythical
yeah,
place called the Green Place. Never that explains that in the movie.
yeah.
It's
So
all just little bits and pieces you pick up as you move.
like when I was talking about earlier, where this movie is based on the Mad Max concept, fully realized. Um, I wonder if somebody who's never heard of Mad Max, had never seen any of the clips or pictures or stills from the movie,
Hmm.
and they saw this movie, what they would think. Because yeah, this was my first Mad Max movie I've ever seen, but I
This
was
was your first one? Wow, okay.
yeah, but I was familiar
Interesting.
with the world, just the
Hmm.
cultural
Sure.
osmosis. I
yeah.
have seen like clips and stuff, so I kind of knew what the world was kind of about and the basic concept
Mm.
of Mad Max. But someone who didn't even know what that is, like I just want to know what they think of this movie, because this is like I said, this is that concept is fully realized, like to its full
Hmm.
potential.
Hmm.
Like this, oh man, this movie is just insane.
Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how they made it. So it took them years to build all those like war machines and
Mm,
weapons and everything, and it's all just like these pieced together
150
bits.
unique vehicles.
mm,
Yeah, nuts. It's
So all
nuts.
custom built. Yeah.
Hmm. They had this thing where you couldn't go out and just the people who were designing the rigs, all the engineers and everyone, they couldn't just go out and buy something new. They had to go to this I think they called it the boneyard, and they have to go out there and find little bits of things and have to like that was the only like that was their marching orders. It was like you can't just go buy it. You gotta go find it and then repurpose it and
mm,
put it for something in the car. And like so everything in the movie has like a thought behind it. It has ideas behind it because they were thinking about it when they were building it. So like, you know, the shifter, the gear shift on the Infurious's rig is like a bone
mm,
that is also a knife, or like
right.
the gas tank on the Volvolini's which is an amazing name for their tribe. Uh, is this sort of like barbed wire wrapped, where it has this sort of like it's got some beauty to it, but it also has functionality as well.
Yeah. Well,
This movie is an engineering marvel all the way
that,
through.
that's why I find so fascinating about like, you know, people that they do like the production design and the costume and that work on these sci-fi fantasy movies, and even some horror movies to a certain extent.
Hmm.
Um, I bet that's really fun just to think
Yeah.
about, like, 'cause like obviously, not every single thing is going to be explained to you,
Hmm.
but the audience doesn't know that, but the people making the thing
Hmm.
knows that.
Hmm.
Like I
Yeah.
know, again, I know going back to another problematic person, J.K. Rowling. She mapped out the entire story of Harry Potter and wrote
Hmm.
detailed notes on everything.
Hmm.
My Scream
Probably
movie.
not as much as she would have you believe, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but no. Well, my Scream movie isn't like very lore deep. But my mom even told me it's like, no, like you wrote this script. There's not gonna be a killer reveal in this movie, but you need to figure out like
Hmm. Who your
you
killer
know,
is?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I came up with this whole, motivation, that if if we're able to
Mhm.
do the sequel, like I want to explore that.
Yeah,
Just,
and that's what Furiosa was. The movie Furiosa was a screenplay that they could use as reference, and
mm,
so like they explain all the things in that movie, and it goes into greater detail, and that's probably why you like it because it does explain a little more. But
yeah,
initially that was just going to be as a reference guide to like
mm,
allow us to build out this world and like make it bigger than what it is, you know.
yeah. Would you like to see not necessarily like a prequel per se, but would you like to see more like movie set in the Mad Max universe, exploring other aspects of it, or
Oh
do you
yeah,
think you're kind of done?
absolutely. I don't think they'll make any more because
Mm,
George Miller is like 80 something now. He was 70
Yeah.
when they made this movie, which is wild.
Yeah.
And Furiosa didn't do well at the
mm,
box office, not as well as this movie
Right.
did. And so they were going to do another Mad Max prequel where Tom Hardy or whoever the prequel basically version of this movie of Mad Max for this universe for these movies like make it out sort of like a trilogy.
mm.
But
Mhm.
because Furiosa didn't do well, like they're probably never going to make it. And like, will someone eventually do it once George Miller passes? Probably. Will it be as
Yeah.
good? Probably not.
I
Yeah.
kind of want to see. I can't remember the character's name. Nicholas Holt's character. I kind of want to see like his next like journey or like the
He's
next.
dead at the end of this
He
movie.
dies.
He
Oh, did he
dies.
really? I don't remember that. There's
He
way too much
What? He
stuff
fights.
going
flips the
on in this
rig.
movie.
He
There's
says,
way too
"Fight
much
this
the
going on in
me."
this
rig.
movie. I don't remember everything that goes on in this movie. It's crazy. Okay, well, I want to see a Warboard movie at least.
Okay.
I want to see what happens after
I
this.
mean, the Doof Warrior. If there's ever going to be a
Uh,
prequel, I want to
Doof
see it wrap the
Warrior.
door and figure out what happened, how he
How'd he
wound
lose
up.
his eyes? How'd he become the
Mm,
doof? Yeah.
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 I'd watch that movie.
All
The
right. So
Doof Warrior.
So before we move on into our favorite part and least favorite part, is there anything else you wanna mention?
I mean, I could talk about this movie for hours probably.
Yeah, I know you can.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I think the movie constantly kind of reveals itself more I watch it. Like I can see I don't know, there's just this details. It's an infinite vast sea of details
Mm,
that you don't see every time you watch it. It's a movie that keeps revealing itself in a lot of ways. There's a lot of like just little bits of dialogue I always miss because it's moving at such a fast pace.
Mhm.
It's an infinitely rewarding rewatch of a movie
yeah,
more than anything else. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
I
So
mean, I was just going to say, I think that the whole narrative hinge of this movie is kind of
Mm-hmm.
brilliant
mm,
Mm-hmm.
because they're like, we got to get to the green place. We got to get to the green place. And then they realize they've driven through the green place and it's not there anymore.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And then what does the movie do? It's like, well, I guess we turn around and go back to where we came.
Game.
Like, which is insane. is
Yeah.
absolutely insane that
Yeah.
that's what this movie does. I can't think of any other movie where it's like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
It's like making it all the way to Mordor and going like, you know what? Maybe we don't throw the ring in.
All right, so let's get into favorite
Uh,
part and then least favorite part. Jackson, what is your favorite part and least favorite part of this movie?
oh my God.
That's hard.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta say, so this movie has one of the greatest trailer shots of all time, which
Mhm.
is Charlize Theron like kneeling in the desert and screaming.
Mm-hmm.
When you
They're gonna say
actually,
something else.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what you thought I was gonna say, but
No, I thought you were
when
gonna.
you,
I thought you were gonna say the opening shot of the movie.
I
Behind.
mean, sure, that's
Yeah.
cool too,
It's cool.
but
Yeah.
that shot of Charlize Theron has got to be my favorite because when you actually see it in the context of the movie
Mm-hmm.
and everything that character has gone through
Mm-hmm.
and everything that she's been disappointed by at this point, like it
Mm-hmm.
really works. I
Yeah.
mean, that is the hinge of the entire movie because
Yeah.
that's right before they decide we're going to go back the other way,
Mm-hmm.
which is of course Max's idea.
Right.
But like
That
that is
wasn't.
the moment where
Yeah.
she is completely broken at that
Yeah.
point,
That's a
and it's
moment that
amazing.
wasn't in the storyboards. That was Charlize Theron's like addition to the movie. And most of the movie they shot
Really?
was in the storyboards. Yeah, she was like, I need a moment here. Like there needs to be something, you need something that, and so like that was her idea. And they shot
Oh
it like at
wow.
sunset up on a dune. Yeah, so like it's a brilliant performance. It's an
Yeah.
amazing, wonderful performance, and she deserved all the accolades for it that she didn't get.
Yeah.
Best actress
So
for that
maybe
year.
I mean it got nominated for a bunch of Oscars, like
Sure.
seven
Yeah.
seven Oscars
Yeah.
or something like that. But
10 Oscars. Got nominated for 10 Oscars.
was
Yeah.
it 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. And she wasn't one of them.
He
That's
wasn't
sad.
one of them. So sad.
Yeah.
Mm.
Honestly, I probably would have thrown in Nookus Holt in there too.
He's good in this movie too. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
For
really
supporting
good, yeah.
role. Yeah.
yeah, he's never been nominated, has he? I think
Mm-mm.
Charlize's been nominated. What?
Oh, she's
Right.
won.
She's won. She won
She's
for
won.
Monster.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still need to see that. I had never seen Monster.
She's really good in it. The movie itself's okay.
I've never seen it either.
Yeah.
So
And then least favorite part.
no. Mm-mm. No.
You have one.
No.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna
Absolutely
say that.
not.
I knew you were gonna
There's
say that.
no least favorite part of this movie.
Yeah. Eric, what is your favorite part and least favorite part? If you have one, you probably don't.
Man, favorite part. It's so hard to pick a moment in this movie. I don't know. We hadn't talked about this yet. I'll say this, and this may not be my favorite part, but like the score of the movie is amazing.
By
This
Junkie XL.
Yeah.
Junkie XL, yeah, nuts so score that's so propulsive and constantly just moving,
Yeah.
drumming us along.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I always go back to it. It's that moment wherever everything collides. It's sort of like our lowest point in the movie. We don't know at that point if Charlize is going to make it. We don't know if Euros is going to make it or not. It's like her getting stabbed in the side, and like Max is hanging off the truck. Everything's in peril at this point. And her performance there. I'm gonna say Charlize Theron's performance in the movie is my favorite part. I'll just say that. That'll be easier than going through all of it.
And then a least favorite part if you have one.
You know, if I would nitpicked anything, it would be that sort of that shot after the war rig hits and like the Doof Warriors thing hits and like there's this sort of like 3D-esque looking, the movie was released in 3D and like you can kind of feel it in that moment. Like that's my only probably like nitpick.
Yeah.
Like it's 3D. Oh yeah, it's one of those like in a lesser movie it would feel very gratuitous. It feels earned here, but it may be the only bit that's just like shrug.
Yeah, I feel ya. I'm gonna go my favorite part, just knowing who I am and the type of music I like. It's gonna be the guitar guy.
Doof Warrior.
Yeah, that's it, dude. I was
So cool. That shot where it comes up behind over all this like these rows of drummers, and then it swings around to the front of it, and then he's playing this guitar like oh man, and then he like just spits fire out of it. Nuts.
That's something that should not have been in the trailer. That should have been a revelation in the movie.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's no possible way you can
Just
fathom
pick.
what you're about to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's like that's the one kind of image or one few images that like really stick out to me. That and like opening saw it. There's got to be like some fan edit where like where somebody inserts some painkiller by Judas Priest in there. That'd be pretty
Oh,
sick.
maybe.
Do
The
you think?
editing in this movie is nuts. The editing by Margaret Sixel, I think
Yeah.
is her last name, is how you say it. The editing
Yeah.
is nuts.
Mhm.
Because it is covering so much ground. There's so many like little edits. That it's hard to even notice. Wonderful, wonderful editing in
Yeah.
this
Well,
movie.
the
Well,
thing.
and then
Well,
they keep it to where you can cut anything together because everything is center framed.
mm.
Yes, yeah, yeah. So you're
So
always
like
it always orients
so it
you.
always
Nice.
matches. Yeah. It's kind of brilliant in that way too.
Yeah. Well, like just planning out my screen movie is a lot. I can
Mhm.
imagine planning out this movie and like
I It's
funny
storyboarding it.
is,
unbelievable.
yeah.
Like just you see their storyboards like in making of
Mm.
documentaries and stuff, and it's just like
Mm.
covering the walls of this entire room.
They
Yeah.
Like
storyboard
it's
every
so many
scene. Yeah,
panels.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine working on that kind of like this movie of this scale. Like
And
it.
that's how they wrote it. They didn't sit down and like write a script.
Mm,
Hmm.
They mapped the whole story out just through the storyboards.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then
Well,
I
that's
guess
what
they
movies
figured
are.
out the dialogue and stuff as they went along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
But
what movies are, moving pictures.
I know, but
yeah,
like it's just not a common way for people to
Mm.
make movies.
yeah. They
I
never
mean,
had a
a lot of people
script. Yeah.
storyboard, but like to just build the entire movie off of a
Hmm.
storyboard is very
Yeah.
different.
There
And
was no script. It
yeah.
was just storyboards. Like, how do you hand that to
Yeah.
an actor and go, "Here's what we're making," and they're
And
like,
of
"What
course the
is this?"
actors on set, they're out in the desert like baking in the sun
Hmm.
and they have no idea what the movie is.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And so everybody's in a bad mood
Yeah.
and miserable.
yeah,
And then, finally 2 years later or whatever, they finally get to see the movie and they're like, "Oh,
yeah. This is
Hmm.
what it's all
I
about.
I
get
was
it
in a
now.
masterpiece."
Yeah. Didn't
Um,
even know it.
yeah, and I
Uh,
guess I don't really have like a least favorite part that like something like really stuck out to me.
Mm.
That was kind of annoying or whatever. So yeah. Let's get into rating. Eric, what would you rate this movie out of 10?
10 out of 10. Easy.
Fuck off.
It's 10 out of 10. It's a perfect movie.
Okay. Jackson.
12 out of 10.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Fine, round it down to a 10. It's still a 12.
Fuck
You
you.
can't change it.
I'm gonna give this movie an 8 out of 10.
Knew you were gonna give it an 8. I knew it. In my heart of hearts, I knew it.
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, this movie to me, it's just a great action movie. There's a little bit of political messages in there. It just doesn't get to me emotionally. That's the thing. I want to have it like some sort of emotion among all the chaos and action and explosions and all that stuff.
I
Um,
don't know how you say that. Like it's mind blowing to me that there's no like you don't have any emotional connection to at least
I
Furiosa
mean,
by the
not
end of the
like
movie.
okay. We're gonna do our top 5 action movies or our favorite action movies here in
I
a
put
bit.
this down 5 times. Like
But no, yeah, you'll see like my number one, my 2 and 1 that like those are very emotional movies for me.
Mm.
In a different way. But so the overall or the official horror sci-fi and beyond score for Mad Max Fury Road is a 9.
Mm.
I know
That
you're
seems
pissed.
low.
It seems low. Yeah. Figure
I'm
it up.
sorry.
Do me a solid. Do me a solid. Figure it up with Jackson's 12 in there real quick. And let's just see what it rolls out to be.
No,
I bet it rolls out to be a solid 10.
But that means it's not going to be 10 across the board. It's not going to be a perfect score across the board. Can I still give it an 8?
But the cumulative score, I believe, is a 10 then.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
gave it.
If it's
Yeah.
a 12, yeah.
But no, yeah, I wish I. Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. It's brilliant. It is a masterpiece. I just unfortunately, I just don't love it on the level as a lot of other people do. And I wish
You
I
should watch. You should watch the black and white version.
okay.
Shiny and Chrome, the black and Chrome version.
Oh, so I'll just
Which
I just turn off the color on my TV settings.
No, there's a whole
I
version
know.
where you
I
can
mean,
only
you
I'll
listen
can.
in
go
black and
through.
white.
I mean, you could do it either way, but
Yeah.
it is really cool to watch that way because you start to see like some of the visual influences
Mm,
Uh-huh.
over Miller that like you might not catch if it's in color. Like you really see like the Kurosawa influence.
yeah.
You
Mm.
really see the Buster Keaton influence.
Mm,
Yeah.
Uh,
It is
and
kind of a
then
comedy what keeps happening to Max in this movie.
yeah, and you know what else you see? Like you see stuff like Bergman creep in there.
ooh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like especially during like the night sequence where they're driving
Mm-hmm.
through and you see the people like walking on stilts and then they have
Stilts,
to like
yeah.
chain
Bird
themselves to
people.
the tree
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. Like that whole sequence really seems like something out of a Bergman movie.
Mm.
Mm.
And just the way that Charlize Theron is photographed, like her face is almost something like out of like what the Passion of Joan of Arc or something
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
Crazy.
which is not Bergman. That's Dreyer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway,
Joseph Dryer.
But no, well, I prefer to watch the Mist, the Frank Darabont movie in black and white because it's it
Oh
kind
yeah.
of
No, that
delves into that
it's
sci-fi kind of
such better version of that movie than
it
yeah, way
is.
scarier,
And I won't
scarier.
say that like Fear Road's better in black and white, but it is a very different experience in black and white.
Yeah,
I've
So
never seen the black and chrome version. I've never watched it. I need to
yeah.
watch it after this.
it's really cool. It
Okay.
works
Have you
so
guys
well
watched the
as a
black and
black and
white
white
version
movie.
of Logan?
I did see that one. It's fine.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I like it.
Hmm.
It's not like a significant difference
Yeah. Yeah.
like the Mist. Like to me, the Mist is 10 times scarier in black and
Mhm.
white.
It also helps though some of those kind of shitty visual effects in the mist. Like
Yeah,
it helps cover up some of those a little better in black and white.
yeah, that'll be a fun one to do sometime to review sometime.
Yeah, I'd review the mist.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. So let's do our top 5 action movies. Our favorite.
Oh well, I did come up with a Harperthetical. If you want to do that before.
Oh, you want to do that?
Mm.
Yeah, let's do that before since it's gonna be probably closer
Okay.
more to this.
This will be a short one, but it's fun. So imagine that you are in the wasteland.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So now you have to come up with what is your like wasteland name and your persona.
Oh,
No.
okay.
So I don't know my Mad Max lore that much. I haven't seen enough from the movie.
It's okay. You can just make up random shit and it sounds like it
Mhm.
belongs.
Mhm.
I want to be. It would definitely be something with metal.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Metalhead.
Like the Ninja Turtle villain?
No, I didn't know that was the Ninja Turtles character.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like a robot turtle.
Oh.
His arms gonna like extend out. Yeah.
Let me think about the name real quick. Eric.
Hmm. I would be Dr. Doink, and I would I would have on short shorts, but like a full metal of armor, like
Mm.
top half, like suit of armor on the top, and like short shorts with like boots, and I would have like a Nerf gun, but with like flaming, it shoots like flaming balls out of it.
Yeah. What were you, Jackson?
I think I would be called the tree climber,
Mm.
which is like a thing because I can't climb trees, like I'm terrible at it. But in the wasteland there are no trees, so I would never have to
Mhm.
prove it.
The legendary tree climber.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm a tree climber. I don't know what my look would be, but that would be my whole thing. Was like, well, I'm the tree climber.
Mm.
We'll go climb a tree. Well, there are no trees in the
Yeah, trees are
wasteland,
right.
mate. Yeah.
You gotta take my word for it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I remember when there were trees, I used to climb them all.
Climbed all the way top of that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess my name would be Metalhead Pete. I don't know.
Okay.
I just be this big buff metal guy,
Mm.
like with like a leather jacket. Like I basically just look like Rob Halford, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, dude, I've been thinking about like dressing up as Halford for Halloween, but it's gonna be a lot of skin tight leather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which
honestly,
is easier to say to get into than it actually is.
I'd probably just go like the leather pants and like the like a leather jacket kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. Not do like the leather daddy look with like the
Mm-hmm.
whip and
That
the
would be
strap.
miserable in the desert.
Yes, yes. So hot.
All these people wearing leather in these movies, and it's like, why would you do that? The whole world is a
Oh,
desert.
I got my nickname, Metal Rob.
Metal Rob.
Metal
Okay.
Rob.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
tribute to the metal god. That'd be sick.
You ever
Mm.
seen that movie, The Postman?
No,
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I heard
Yeah.
about it.
where Tom Petty shows up and he may or may not actually be playing himself. And he
That's
has
that
like
Kevin Costner movie, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's a really fun post-apocalyptic persona is Tom Petty.
That's
Mm.
awesome. All right, so let's do favorite action movies.
Okay.
Jackson, what's your list?
So I made two lists. I made a top 5 action movies,
Mm.
and then I realized it's like the most basic bitch list, so I made a different list. So the main list that I made is well, it's this movie. This is my number 1 action movie.
Mm.
Number 2, I got Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
have Kill Bill Volume 1. I did
Okay.
not
Mm.
the whole bloody affair because I feel like the actiony stuff is more concentrated to
Mm.
Volume 1.
Mm.
Then I have Raiders of the Lost Ark and Die Hard. And
Mm.
all of those are amazing movies, but they don't sound that, inspiring when you just say all the titles together because it's
Seven
like every
Right.
Samurai's not basic bits. You don't see that on a lot of people's list.
no, but that one's just kind of undeniable. I mean, it's just one of the greatest
Yeah.
things ever made. Anyway,
Honestly, I
here's
think
my
the accent in Forbidden Fortress is a lot more memorable, especially that on the staff battle or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
so
like that.
if all of those movies are like 5 out of 5 stars on
Mm,
Letterboxd,
Yeah.
my 4.5 star movies are a little more interesting, I
mm.
think. So
Okay.
this is my alternate list. Number 1, I have Hannah, the Joe Wright movie with
Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan, where
Never seen it.
she's like a
Yep.
child assassin,
Assassin. Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Mm.
It's like a 90-minute music video. It's
Uh-huh.
so great.
Awesome.
Number 2, hey, let's bring in Mr. Mel Gibson here, Apocalypto.
Still
Mm.
never seen it. Haven't seen that
Oh,
one.
that movie's rad. I
Yeah.
mean, your mileage may vary on how terrible Mel Gibson is as a
Yeah.
person, but man, that is a cool movie. And it is
Mm.
so violent and gory.
Oh, awesome.
Incredibly violent. Yeah.
Number 3, I have the Kim Ji-woon film, The Good, the Bad, the Weird.
Never
Uh-huh.
heard of it.
It's a Korean action movie. It's kind of a riff on The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got it feels like a mixture of that and Indiana Jones and just like sort of live action anime.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just amazing. Like the finale of the movie is like they're getting chased across the desert by like the Chinese army and the Japanese army, and because it takes place during World War II, I think, for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a Western, but it's set in China. It's crazy. It's an
Yeah.
absolute wild movie. And it's got, what's the guy's name? The guy, he's like Song Kang-ho, the guy from like
Mhm.
Parasite, like one of the great
Mhm.
like South Korean actors.
Mm.
And he's hilarious in the movie. So after that, I listed Soldier, the Paul W.S. Anderson movie,
Okay.
Yeah.
which
Kurt Russell. Yeah.
yes, and I am going to
Yeah.
go on record and make it official. I think this movie, it's an okay movie, but this movie has Kurt Russell's best performance of his career
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
because he says like 100 words total in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like his character doesn't speak, doesn't have any emotion because he's just a soldier. Like that's all he's been bred for. And he has to sort of like discover his humanity in increments. And it's
Mhm.
an amazing performance in a pretty good action movie. I mean, it's Paul W.S. Anderson. I think it's his best movie too, but that's not saying much because a lot of his movies really stink.
Yeah.
And then number 5 on the list, just for fun, I've got The Beastmaster, the Don
Oh.
Coscarelli
Mm-hmm.
1980s film, which is sort of like, trying to capitalize on Conan the Barbarian, but I think it's a better movie than that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a really cool, just very simple revenge story. Plus, Tanya Roberts is the hottest anyone has ever been in a movie in that movie. So,
Ah.
All right,
anyway, The
but
Beastmaster, it's super cool.
Plus, you got two ferrets. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got
Two
ferrets,
best
and
two best
yeah,
friend ferrets. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, what about you, Eric?
So I had some alts that one of them I really wanted to talk about. So like some of my alts were like Seven Samurai and Rogue
Mm.
Warrior, Raid of the Lost Ark, blah, 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 whatever. People talk about those forever. There's a movie called The Raid 2. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard about the
Oh
raid.
yeah,
I need to watch them.
The Raid Redemption is it's fine. It's basically the plot of Dread. I think they came out the same year.
they did
It's
come out the
basically that
same
same
year.
yeah,
Just
basically that plot
like fight your way through this,
building, yeah.
building. Yeah.
But the Raid 2 is the movie they wanted to make, and they made Raid because that was the only one they could get money for, and they could easily do it. The Raid 2 is a bonkers ass action movie, and it is worth
Hmm.
mentioning. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
See,
seen
I've
clips
seen the
from it.
first one, but I never saw the second one.
Watch the second one. Second one is worth it.
Okay.
It's like 2.5 hours, and it is nuts. Great. There's a
Okay.
car fight in it. That's amazing. And then the rest of my movies, like my official top five, it's Mad Max Fury Road. It's the top. Underneath that's Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Love the movie. It's perfect. It's a perfect like Terminator movie. Underneath that is Hard Boiled.
Yeah.
The John Woo movie that he was making. I think it was the last one he made before he moved to American movies and made Hard Target. It was just terrible. But
Hard
Hard Boiled
boiled
is
is
like the
like that one takes a while to get going, but when it
yeah
finally
when
gets
it
going, it's
does.
like, oh, we're
Woo!
off to the races now.
Mm-hmm. Love Hardball. It feels like it is like everything that John Woo does, like put into a melting pot and sort of like mixed together properly. Some
Yeah.
of his other stuff, especially a lot of his American stuff, is sort of just like, the story's not great, the action's kind of cool, but like none of it's like connects together right, and just
Hmm.
but Hardboiled is I think is his best movie. Underneath that, this one's a bit of a controversial choice. I picked Die Hard with a Vengeance because I think it's a more fun movie than Die Hard is.
Yeah,
I love the interplay between him and Samuel L. Jackson.
They are really good together.
well, that's more
Yeah.
like your
Villain's
traditional.
interesting. Yeah.
That's more like your traditional action movie, where Die Hard's more like I guess like a thriller kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean it is. I think it's still considered an action movie.
Yeah, action thriller.
Yeah, action thrillers, whatever you
I
want
mean,
to
it's the
call it.
template for a whole decade of action movies.
Mm.
Yeah,
Because everything
speed.
after that
It's
was
Die Hard
like
on a
Die
bus.
Hard
Yeah.
on a, yeah.
Yeah. But I think Die Hard with a Vengeance is the one that I would rather watch more than
Yeah.
Die Hard, if that makes sense. But and then my last one is a really out the box one. Did you ever see a movie called Kung Fu Hustle?
I heard of it.
It's a
I've heard of it. I've
beautiful,
never seen it.
beautiful cartoon of a movie. It's like Looney Tunes made an
Yeah.
action movie. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's silly. It's fun. It is 2 hours of perfect axe throwing, bonkers, just fights.
I always just can picture the shot of like the lady with the curlers in her hair and she's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the image that always comes to mind, even though I've never seen
Mhm.
the movie.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful in it. She is the best part in the movie.
Yeah.
So those are my picks.
So I totally forgot to write down my honorable mentions, so I'm just gonna go through my letterbox
Okay.
just real quick. Just scroll through like all
Drew's
my
about to list
mentions.
every action
Here's a
movie.
movie.
No, I'll
in
just do,
order
like,
of
Lord of the
preference.
Rings trilogy. Yeah.
No,
Speed 2, but not Speed 1.
but no, I'll do the highlights just real quick.
Sure.
Of course, you got to have Raiders in here. First Blood. What else? Aliens. You got to have in here. Big Trouble. Lethal Weapon. Predator. Living Daylights. RoboCop. Rainbow 2. Last Action Hero. True Lies, which I totally forgot to put on here. What the hell, man?
True Lies is good.
The Fugitive, Rumble in the Bronx, Leon, The Professional, Braveheart, Desperado,
God.
GoldenEye.
God bless. I
Um,
didn't have any Jackie Chan movies on mine, which is weird. I do love Jackie Chan.
yeah. The Rock.
Rock is
Dine
really
Another,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Die Another Day. Men in Black.
Is Men in Black
The
an action
Mummy.
movie?
What?
Is Men in Black an action movie?
Well, Letterboxd considers it an action movie, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
okay. No, that's fair.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't consider it an action
Yeah.
movie.
The Mummy. What else we got here? I'll just put the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy on here.
Sure.
Spider-Man 2, the first Pirates, Kill Bill, The Incredibles, would be another one I really enjoy.
Mhm.
Kong Skull Island, Casino Royale, Hot Fuzz.
He joked that he was going to list every action movie, but it seems to
I
be what
think
he's
he is.
actually
I think he's
doing.
working
No,
on it. Yeah.
I'm skipping a lot. I'm skipping a lot, a lot. Um, do, 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 do. I really like this J.J. Abrams Star Trek movie, the first one.
The first one is fun.
Yep. Of course you got. I mean, some of the Fast and Furious movies, are awesome.
I love the Fast and Furious movies. It is
Yeah.
like one of those things that is just like they're
I
so
very
dumb.
deliberately do not watch them because I didn't like the first one.
Well, the
Yeah.
first one's
And
trash.
so
Five
and
on.
then I
Yeah.
never then I never watched any of the other ones.
Oh
Except
man.
for I did randomly see Hobbs and Shaw,
Mm,
Yeah.
and I thought it was terrible.
yeah.
But
They're
I
all
am
terrible.
completely out on the Fast and Furious movies.
Almost done, guys. Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible, Skyfall,
Mm.
Steel, Edge of Tomorrow, Captain America, The Winter Soldier, and Civil War. All the John
Yeah,
Wick movies.
I didn't put any Marvel movies on my list.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I guess Rogue One could be in there. Kong Skull Island.
You
You said
already
Kong
said that
Skull
one.
Island. You already said that.
Oh, did I really? Okay, yeah, 'cause I was
Yeah.
looking at the original King or the Peter Jackson one, and then triggered all.
So,
Oh,
what are your actual
What are your
top
what
I'm
are your
five?
almost
top
done. I'm
five?
almost done. I'm
Oh
almost
my
done.
god!
Upgrade. Rocky
Upgrade.
Four. Rocky Four.
Upgrades? Okay. All right.
What else do I got
You
here?
two, you don't even know what you have. You're just looking for the right.
Top Gun Maverick.
Oh my god.
Northman. Violent Night. Both Spider-Verse movies, and that is
And
gonna be it for honorable mentions.
great.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I should have done
That was
I should have wrote
that was
these
like
down.
50 movies.
I should have wrote I should have been more like precise.
Sure.
But anyways, guys, number 5 is gonna be Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah.
Even though
Okay.
my personal favorite Mission Impossible is Ghost Protocol, because the first one I ever watched, so it's very special for me.
Sure.
I like the action, and I consider Fallout more of an action movie, in my opinion. Ghost Protocol, there's some cool action in there, but it's more like a suspenseful, espionage.
Yeah.
There's not too many action scenes that really stick out for me.
Mhm.
Number 4, I'm gonna go Baby Driver, which is my
Ugh.
second favorite. Yeah, I know you hate that movie, Eric.
I don't care for it, but
Um,
each their own.
well, I just like the combination of like action scene and music. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a really cool concept that this kid is half deaf, and he likes music, and you have to listen to music when he does like these bank heist kind of things. Jackson, where you at with Baby Driver?
I'm not a fan.
Well, fuck
It's
you.
my it's
Least favorite
it's my
Edgar work.
it's not my least favorite because I think The Running Man might be my least favorite
Oh,
now.
yeah, I forgot about The Running Man.
Because
one's
that
bad.
one,
Never mind.
although that one that's at least got Glenn Powell being
That's true.
awesome.
Yeah.
Whereas the Baby Driver just has what's his name, Ansel Elgort, and I've never liked him.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No one does.
Number 3, gotta go with Die Hard. Just a
Yeah,
classic. Just a
that's fair.
pure classic. Yeah, I mean, Bruce Willis. How can you hate the guy as an actor? Like he's just so likable.
It made him a
As a
star.
character.
Basically, made him a movie star.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Number two, I'm gonna go Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Hmm.
Um,
Nice.
'Cause this
Yeah.
movie, this I just well, I mean, I love the opening train sequence. I think that's real a lot of fun. I think I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, the desert chase is a lot of fun. Just a little like little fun like little action moments throughout. The plane chase is a lot of fun and it's
Hmm.
emotional. Like
Mhm.
I said, it's I really get into the emotion of them trying to find the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
And number one, anybody that knows me knows that this movie is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Are you gonna say The Fablemans?
Fuck you! It's not an action movie. Dumb fuck. But no, this movie is a little bum 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 bum
Of
bum.
course.
Terminator 2, Jump the Day bits.
It's good. It's really good. It was on
What
my
can I
top five
say?
too. Yeah.
What can I say about this movie that people have not said before? You got Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger in his prime. You got James Cameron in his prime. You got one of the coolest, most unique movie villains of all time with the T-1000. And that was though the CGI is pretty dated nowadays, but at the time
Still looks pretty
was
good.
yeah, for the most part. Um, but at the time, super innovative. The fact that this movie is the Terminator 1 formula pretty much again. It's pretty much the same the first movie again.
Oh yeah.
But they make it so much of they make it so more so what I'm trying to say here. They make it so much more fun than the original. And I respect the hell out of the original, but that movie's pretty bleak. This is a fun, kick-ass summer action movie.
Hmm.
And you have one of the baddest women in movie history with Sarah Connor. Like
Mhm.
I love Ripley. I think Ripley's is an incredible character. Um, but she's not nearly as badass as Sarah Connor because
That's
she's
true.
buff.
Who wins in a fight? Who wins in a fight? Sarah Connor or Imperator Furiosa?
Ooh. Spirit of Furiosa.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Let me think about that. But no, like
She-
No
little
yeah.
disrespect on Sarah Connor, but
No,
come
no,
on.
no, none at all. Yeah.
yeah, but no, little Hamilton in this movie is buff the fuck out. And crazy. Like this batshit fucking insane in this movie. And the first shot of her is her doing pull-ups on her bed frame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
how much more badass is that? And then she
She's
takes
great.
charge. Like even though John Connor is supposed to be the leader of the resistance, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see it. But no, I would much rather
Mhm.
Sarah Connor be the leader of the resistance. Like she's a fucking badass that didn't take any shit from nobody.
It's true. She's too old though. She dies.
Yeah. But no, yeah, Terminator 2 is a fucking awesome movie. If you've never
It's
seen
great.
it, watch it right now. Literally stop what you're doing right now and watch it.
See, I would say you stop right now and go watch Mad Max Fury Road if you'd never seen it. But to each
Now,
their own.
Terminator 2 is way
If
better.
they've listened to this for 2 hours and haven't seen it, that's
It is.
insane.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We spoiled a lot for you.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's our favorite action movie list.
Mhm.
Tune in for the next episode, which is gonna be Jackson's pick for Grab It Bag Month, and it's Charlotte's Web, the 2006 version. I actually recently watched this version for the first time, and I surprisingly really liked it.
It is really lovely. I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard to ruin this story. I'm sure
Mm.
you could,
Mhm.
but thankfully they don't. But yes, I love Charlotte's Web, and we will get into that in more detail next
Yeah.
time.
I will say this: it's been forever since I consumed this story in any format. So I was
Mhm.
kind of surprised of like where it went. It's just been a while. Like I haven't read the book and seen the animated movie since I was like a little kid, like maybe like
Yeah.
11,
Mhm.
12, when my mom read it to me. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, you gotta love Steve Buscemi as Templeton.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect casting. Yeah.
I mean, pretty much everybody in that movie, perfect cast. But we'll
Yeah.
get to that next week. We'll get to that
Yeah.
next week.
Okay.
So, anyways, guys, if you like this episode and you want to see more spooky and weird content, make sure you slash that subscribe button and follow us on Facebook at Horror Sci-Fi and Beyond. And also, don't forget to give this episode a killer comment and give it a King Kong size thumbs up. And never forget, guys, to stay weird.